Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm gonna be doing my WWE SummerSlam Night One results. Um, um, it was an okay event for what it was. It was not the best, but it wasn't terrible. Most of the terribleness of this night was a lot of botches from the production people. There was something going on before the event started where things, for a couple of weeks, the build for SummerSlam, the main event was supposed to be Punk versus Cody. And then the day of, a couple of hours before the event, we start hearing that it's a semi-main event now, and that the Brock and Oba is going to be the main event. Fucking bullshit. If that was their plan, they should have fucking done it from the beginning and not falsely fucking advertise what the main event was. Also, another thing that goes into the main event, another production botch, was apparently the chairs, the commemorative chairs that you get if you are in the front row or whatever of SummerSlam. The chairs had Punk and Cody on it, but it had a specific match type for the match, saying that it was going to be a street fight match. I'm not kidding. There's actual virtual, social media post pictures of the chairs from the arena saying street fight on it. Of course, we got clarification before an hour before the show, that the match was not going to be a street fight match and that this was a production issue. So apparently everybody who went to SummerSlam for night one, you got a collector's chair, right? But apparently the collector's chair is false advertising because it has a misprint on it. Think about this. Thousands of those chairs were produced and they have a misprint on it. How fucking bad does $1 billion company have to be when they misprint the match type? This might have been because they were promoting the match with Cody being in Street Fighters. I have a feeling that that's the reason how they fucked this up, because the match was being promoted by Street Fighter. They had the advertisements around the ring. I have a feeling that this is how they fucked it up, but it's no fucking excuse. $1 billion company, and somehow you get the match type wrong. Yeah, before we even get to SummerSlam itself, I had to note these problems because this is just a bad omen to begin with. Falsely advertising what your main event was going to be, and then having a misprint on the commemorative collector's chair with false advertisement. So right then and there, that was a bad omen. But overall, the matches ended up being okay. The card ended up being okay. Overall, but I had to point out the bad omens we had at the beginning before the event even started. So the opening match was Liv Morgan and Io Sky for the World's Women's Championship. Liv Morgan won in an okay match. Didn't surprise me Liv Morgan won because, why the fuck would she lose when she literally lost to Io Sky last month in a non-title match? Because for some reason she was in the King of the Ring finals, which I still think was stupid booking. Why was she in the King of the Ring finals if she's going to lose to the finalist, to the her opponent, and then fight her the next month doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It should have been fucking someone else, and then Liv Morgan feuds with her for SummerSlam. So it was obvious that Liv Morgan was going to retain here because they weren't going to have her lose back-to-back months. That would have been stupid. Also, I should mention that this was a 6 o'clock kickoff time, which is fucking stupid, by the way. I didn't even realize. I just was like, you got to be kidding me. I didn't. I just totally went past me that they're kicking it off at 6 p.m. Why the flying fuck are we doing 6 o'clock times when it's in the United States? This is not over the seas. You know what I mean? Where you do these freaking stupid 5 a.m.s, freaking 3 p.m.s, 2 p.m.s. Bullshits that they've been doing lately. Fucking sick and tired of it, by the way. But now we're in the United States and we're still not doing an 8 o'clock kickoff anymore. What kind of fucking bullshit is this? The pay-per-view should start at 8 p.m. all the fucking time. Enough of this bullshit. Oh, we're going to do the times here. We're going to do the times here. Raw fucking starts at 3, fucking 6, 5. Enough. Go back to the normal fucking times. I'm sick and tired of having to fucking... Oh, shit. Fucking time zones are all fucked. I'm fucking sick and tired of it, man. Fucking A. What else? The next match was goddamn the LA Knight match. LA Knight gets a fucking standing fucking ovation. Probably the biggest pop of the night there. Fucking still massively over, and of course WWE won't do shit with it because we fucking heard what Triple H said after the show. We'll get to that later. But fucking LA Knight gets a standing ovation, big fucking pop, biggest fucking pop of the night. You had Royce Keese, aka Powerhouse Hobbs. You had Solo doing his thing as a babyface now. And then you had the Usos and the freaking Jacob Fatu and their entrance or whatever there. Match was okay. Nothing special. But, it's a three-way tag match. So, I mean, you're not really thinking anything special for this. The highlights of the match was like a spot that Royce Keese did off the turnbuckle. He did some type of mini slam thing, which, it was like kind of like a 360 spinning around and still managed to slam Jacob Fatu perfectly. I thought that was a good spot. I've never seen someone do that before. So that was probably the highlights of the night. LA Knight took like 2 spears and a splat and kicked out, which is good because it makes LA Knight look a little stronger. The end of the match, you had the Usos try to go for their like tag team finish or whatever. And then we had Solo Sikoa do the Samoan spike to Jimmy, and then that leads to LA Knight doing the BFT, the Blood Force Trauma on Jey Uso, pinning him 1, 2, 3. It was a very good sell too by Jey Uso. I'm not a big fan of Jey Uso, but he did sell the fucking move pretty good there. So LA Knight wins, gets a huge ovation. Yeah. There's a bit of a hesitation for him to you know, greets Solo Sikoa there or whatever. He eventually hugs him at the end there. And then they raise their hand. That's pretty much it. Some people have been saying that they should be in a fucking tag team. Fuck no. LA Knight should move on to fucking new things and actually have a real fucking feud instead of being in this bullshit bloodline vision and then bloodline again vortex. It's time to fucking move on and fucking actually feud with someone one-on-one. Enough of these stupid tag matches. Okay, he had a tag match at WrestleMania. He's had a tag match at SummerSlam. It's time to actually be in a real fucking feud. Fucking A. Tag match. Like, why would he want to go for the tag titles? He doesn't need it. They have people that are coming in that are doing tag team stuff, wrestling right now. Fucking no. Anyways, it was okay. It was an okay match. For what it was. I'm not ranking these. Freaking the Liv Morgan match was about a 2.5 stars. This match was probably 3. Yeah. Out of 5. All right. Then the next match we had Nick Aldis taking on Gunther. In a very, very good match. I never seen really Nick Aldis wrestle because I never watched NWA. But he was okay. I seen a couple of his matches back in the day when he was doing some stuff for Ring of Honor, I think. I did see the Cody match. He did the 2 Cody matches when they were battling for the NWA title. But I really haven't seen much of his matches. Apparently they got his theme music, or I think his TNA music. I don't really know. But they were able to get that, I guess. So yeah, there was that. Match was okay. A lot of up back and forth. Gunther ends up winning and making him tap out. Freaking 3-star match. Good for what it was. But apparently Nick Aldis is going back to being a GM again, which is fucking stupid. Just let him continue wrestling. I don't know why he's going to be a GM still. I mean, you can fucking literally bring Teddy Long back and be the GM. You know what I mean there? I don't know why we have the same GMs. It's kind of redundant now at this point. Like Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis as general managers has kind of been stale. Like I want to, refreshen it, bring back Teddy Long, holla 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 player, and bring back the, tag team or Undertaker. He's gonna face the Undertaker, damn it. Anyways. Next, we have the Nobody Gives a Fuck match. We had Final Influence versus the Bella Twins. Fatal Influence and the Bella Twins. And Paige, or Fatal Influence versus the Bella Twins and Paige. In Nobody Cares match, it was whatever. It was not that good. It was a 1-star match. The end of the match, You have the Bellas turn on Paige. Apparently, Brie Bella also injured her shoulder during the match, so she went to the hospital after the match, but not good. Only direction they could go to was them turning on Paige. But it is what it is. Whatever. Don't care about that match. So then the real main event of the match that got snubbed, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk had a good freaking entrance. He comes through the he goes through the door very similar to Goldberg or whatever, and then does a similar, not as long WrestleMania type entrance that he did, where the music doesn't come on until after he says it's clobbering time. Back and forth. About 7 minutes into the match, Punk pooped himself, unfortunately, I guess. But, despite all that, they continue to truck on. There was a GTS, false finish, Crossroads. He tried to do a moonsault and really didn't hit Cody, but they sold it as if he did. Backwards moonsault. They did an elbow. Punk did an elbow off the the turnbuckle on the table or whatever, the announce table, but Cody got out of the way. Punk tried an Andicon device, but Cody got out of it. Also, Punk was selling his knee. Assuming he's selling it and it's not a legitimate injury until reports indicate otherwise. But anyways, they're back and forth. And Punk does a GTS. And then Cody goes on him, and then it's like he's the Dean Ambrose, John Moxley type finish. And Punk tries to do it again, but Cody counters it and whatever. Then Cody goes for another Cody cutter, but instead he hits the referee. After this, he does a Crossroads, but Punk's near the outside of the ring, so his momentum rolls him outside of the ring. And then after this, since the ref is down and it's not a street fight match, we have Randy Orton come out and he returns and gives an RKO. After this, Punk comes in, does the GTS one more time. Referee gets back up. 1, 2, 3. Punk wins and retains the championship. I had a feeling that the match was going to end as a result of someone interfering. I didn't know if it was going to be Randy or if it was going to be Sammy or if it was going to be a returning Kevin Owens, but I had a feeling it was going to be one of them. They ended up doing the Randy route, which means that Sammy is probably going to win tomorrow, and he's probably going to feud with Punk in the next pay-per-view. Maybe you have Kevin Owens come back. Not exactly sure, but I don't think they're going to let Finn win here tomorrow now, because if they have Finn win, then it's basically a babyface program again, and I don't think they want to do that with Finn and Punk. So that's what I think they're going to do tomorrow. But in terms of the match, it was great. You know what I mean there. I don't know if I can give this a 5-star match, unfortunately, because there were some problems in the false finish. I'd probably give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Didn't have the same. It didn't have the same thing that I was expecting out of this match, and I felt like it could have been so much better, especially at WrestleMania when they did the Roman match. I felt like I didn't feel like we had that same magic that I would have liked to have seen, especially since this was a hyped match, 3 years in the making. So that's what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 4.5. Just didn't have enough for me to say that this was a 5-star match, and hopefully they'll be able to do another one in the future to top this match and have a better conclusion. So then the fake main event, which is Brock Lesnar and Obafemi for a Hell in a Cell match, which, they didn't even do the cell match right. I mean, they both entered before the cell came down, and they didn't even try to lock up the door. Usually the cell will come down before the competitors enter the ring, and then they'll lock up the cell once they both come in. But instead, they fucking didn't have the cell come down until literally they were already in the match already, literally were in the ring already, did their entrances, and they did their announcements. Then the cell comes down, which is stupid. They did like a table spot. They did a bunch of different things with their finishing moves. The highlight moment of it was the fact that Brock pulled off the freaking protective stuff in the ring there. You could see the wood. It appears he's going to do an F5, but instead Brock Lesnar, while he has him up, does like the rest in peace Undertaker thing, and then he changes position and does the tombstone pile driver, and then does the rest in peace pin 1, 2, and somehow Oba kicks out. And then after that, Oba does the his powerbomb finishing move. 1, 2, 3, match over. It seemed like Brock wanted him to do it on the wood or whatever, but Oba didn't do it that way. And then after that, you have Brock praising Oba that he's the future and whatnot there. Don't know if this is the end for Brock. I don't think it is, because he didn't really indicate it. He was retiring, and he's also passed the torch to Cody before, so it's not like this is the first time he's actually passed the torch. I don't know what Brock's going to do in terms of who he feuds with next. Maybe he feuds with Gunther next, because everyone keeps saying that they want that match. But in terms of the match, it was a 3.5-star match. Not the best match of the night. Punk and Cody was clearly the best match of the night. The post-show, Punk, comes on, says he wants all comers. He wants Oba. He wants to fight. He mentioned Gunther. He mentioned Trick. He mentioned a bunch of different guys, but he's like, I want you. He's like, the fans were like, Oba Femi, and he's like, you want Oba, I want Oba. And so we might get that match. I think Oba should get his shot at Survivor Series, since he never actually got his title shot for the King of the Ring. So I think they should have it for Survivor Series. But yeah. Triple H tried to he made an announcement saying that everyone's complaining about not being in the spot, but tell me you're more over than Punk, Roman, Cody, etc., right? And I'm thinking to myself, are you fucking kidding me right now? LA Knight is massively fucking cheered for the past 3 fucking years. I'm like, why don't you freaking get your ears checked? Like, damn well, Triple H, that Punk or that LA Knight is massively over, and instead you keep not pushing him. What the fuck is this bullshit? Okay, like that speech was such bullshit. I'm like seriously right now? I fucking had it with this bullshit. With the bullshit lies and the PR fucking answers. You know, Triple H trying to say that wrestling, you know, oh, we're done trying to convince people that, you know, it's real or whatever he was fucking saying a couple of days ago. 1999 Triple H would have never said this bullshit. Okay. But he's saying it now. He is truly turned into, you know, like the new Vince authority figure type guy. All right. He is not the wrestler guy anymore when he says bullshit like that, because you know it's bullshit. Hell, Triple H from 1999 would have said this is bullshit. Okay. Freaking 98, 97, they would have all said that was bullshit. Okay? You damn well know it, Triple H. You damn well fucking know it. We could pull up interviews from years ago. Alright? Fucking bullshit this is. Like, no. But whatever. I don't think, overall, 7 out of 10. I give it 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. Overall for the pay-per-view. I don't think this is gonna top Night 2. Night 2 has probably the better undercard matches. But I don't think Roman versus Seth is gonna blow anybody on fire. Seth and Roman are getting the Night 2 main event as a makeup for Seth not getting the main event for WrestleMania, because he was supposed to face Roman in Night 2, but because he got injured, he had to vacate the title, and Punk got it instead. That's literally the only reason why he's getting Night 2 here at SummerSlam. It's essentially a makeup for him. But I doubt that match is going to be better than Punk and Cody. So whatever. A lot of things underwhelming, you know, could have been better. The Hell in a Cell match didn't feel like a cell match. It felt like more of a marquee promotion of having it be a cell match, but didn't really have the aura feeling of a cell match, because they didn't really use the cage at all. You know, Punk and Drew felt way more of a Hell in a Cell match. Also, Punk took a shot at Roman about, oh, my contract doesn't say I'm in the main event, which I thought was actually kind of funny. Actually, no, that probably would have been a shot at Brock, because, you know, Brock got the main event. Anybody, really. But it doesn't matter. That's all I gotta say. I'm out of here. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku. Comment, rate, like, all that stuff. I'm out. Peace. Oh. Also, make sure, besides my YouTube channel, to follow me on the Twitch, the Instagram. I do have Discord link in the description where we discuss various topics, and including this one here. And also, I have my YouTube community post where if you're not on Discord, you can go on there. Now I'm out. Peace.